She's a guard. She averaged about 10 points and 6 rebounds. So, as you're kind of looking through, I don't know if they all started last year, but Grace Kaiser, Kaylee Block, Joy Rohrbach, they all average anywhere from 5 to 13 points a game.
Yeah.
That's a good returning nucleus.
Definitely. As you start spreading, the points around and the rebounds and a lot of team play, definitely a good program and on the rise as we have the national anthem and the starting lineups coming up here shortly. We'll go ahead and take a quick break here, and we'll let the national anthem play as soon as they get to that, as we have the Aberdeen Christian Knights facing off against the Warner Monarchs. Head coach for the Monarchs is Stuart Boley. Head coach for the Warner Monarchs girls is going to be Michael Rohrbach. I had an interview with Coach Rohrbach. The expectations are definitely high in the program. As the boys do good, the girls want to keep right up with them, huh, Ryan?
Right. They want to be right up there. They want to make that state tournament as well.
Right. And he identified that. So let's go ahead and get the national anthem played here as we have the Aberdeen Christian Knights and the Warner Monarchs coming up here on the Primrose Hub City Radio Sports Network.
Remain standing for that. Let's pray. Lord, we thank you so much for tonight. We thank you for the athletes that are here. We thank you for the abilities and talents you've given them. We thank you for Warner. We thank you for this game of basketball we get to enjoy. Lord, as the girls participate tonight, Lord, I just ask you to keep them free from injury. The fans would have a great game to watch. Lord, especially as Warner and our fans travel home, Lord, give us safety on the road. In your name we pray. Amen.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem. Proper etiquette is to remove all headgear, stand at attention, facing the flag, and place your right hand over your heart. Military members have the option to salute. Our national anthem is performed tonight by Katie State.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets guns bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the
Domino's Pizza of Aberdeen. Domino's Pizza, conveniently located at 6th and Main. Call 225-5555, order from the app, or order online. Domino's.com.
All right, welcome back to the City Arena as the national anthem is sung beautifully by one of the students here as the starting lineup's getting going here at first for the Warner Monarchs. First starter is going to be number 4 for the Monarchs.
6-foot sophomore, number 10, Ava Nielsen.
Kyra Markson. Number 10, Ava Nielsen is going to be the next starter. Number 12, Jennifer Amon, the senior, 5'9", is going to be the third starter. Cameron Anderson, number 32, the junior at 5'10", is going to be the fourth starter. And the fifth is going to be number 33, Peyton Fisher. She's also a senior at 5'8", as Markson, Nielsen, Amon, Anderson, and Fisher are going to round out the starting lineup for Coach Stuart Boley, assisted by Emily Bachman, Ashley Tanner, Chad Vetter, and Tina Winter. As the Warner Monarchs look to do big things this year, coming off the volleyball season, always got a lot of great student athletes out there for the Monarchs. First starter for the Aberdeen Christian Knights is going to be number 11, Jory Rohrbach. Second starter is going to be number 23, Hannah Miller. She's a senior, 6'1". Third starter is going to be number 24, Mallory Miller, the junior at 6'4". She's going to be the center. Other starters, number 20, Kaylee Block. She's a senior at 5'8". And the last starter, number 33, Grace Kaiser, is the senior at 5'9", playing forward as well as the starters are going to be Rohrbach, Block. Both the Miller girls, Hannah and Mallory, and Grace Kaiser. As both these teams get to go out on the floor here at the Civic Arena. A lot of talent here this evening, Ryan Boley.
Boy, when we were growing up, this was the thing to do. If you were going to play a basketball game, you wanted to play it at the arena.
Yep. This was the best arena around. This is where you saw it happen. As we got some good music playing, hyping up the crowd here at the Civic Arena as both these teams look to do big things in the Class B side of things. As, you know, Ron Colley comes down to Class B, definitely makes it a little bit more competitive. But you talk the Aberdeen and the Hub City area, whether it be the girls' side or the boys' side, there's a lot of talent on the basketball floor, isn't there, Ryan?
Yeah, well, you know, Ron Colley won the State A tournament last year, so, you know, they're going to have something to say.
As Mallory Miller gets the tip, handling it out on top is going to be number 11, Joy Rohrbach, as she sets up the offense, swings it far side to Hannah Miller. As Hannah swings it far side now to Kaylee Block. Block back to Joy Rohrbach. Shot up, no good. Rebound comes off to number 4.
Kyra
Markson. Bring it
Markson.
up, Kyra Markson. Pass inside, catching it. Shot goes up, no good. As Ava Nielsen's not able to convert. As the post presence from number 24, Mallory Miller, definitely effective as the outlet pass after the board to Hannah Miller. She gets out in transition, able to put the layup up and in as the Christian Lady Knights take an early lead, 2-0. Markson across the timeline, swings it far side, back to the top. As the Monarchs set up, entry pass stolen by number 24, Mallory Miller.
The length of Mallory Miller is already doing wonders, isn't it?
Yep, she's definitely filling the lane, playing big. The pass inside, almost stolen by the Monarchs. Now is stolen as number 32 gains possession. Tries to get the pass into Markson as Cameron Anderson brings it across midcourt. Tries to get it to Markson, ball out of bounds in the end line. So the Lady Knights head back the other direction as we're just getting going here as they look towards the Veer Orthopedic scoreboard as we broadcast from the HKG Architecture broadcast booth at the Aberdeen Civic Arena. Here in Aberdeen, South Dakota on Fox Sports, 1420 AM, game of the week. Lady Knights break across the timeline. Entry pass into Mallory Miller, number 24. She's able to put the short jump hook, if you will, in as it rolls in. Now 4-0, Lady Knights. As Markison's out on the wing.
I'm going to guess in B basketball this year, Ryan, there's not going to be a lot of people that can defend number 24 from Christian.
Yeah, she's definitely going to be hard to defend. Hard to keep her off the offensive glass. Just a handful underneath. And number 24, Mallory Miller, is the Aberdeen Christian Knights. Got it out there on the sideline. Number 33, Kaiser, is able to get it in as Kaylee Block gets it across the timeline. Entry pass down low, trying to get into Mallory Miller, now back out on top. Hannah Miller drives in, has it stolen by Markson. Markson driving up the right side, takes the shot and going to be fouled. There's a nice job there by Markson for the Warner Monarchs. It's Kyra Markson as she drives it all the way down, stops, and kind of catches Mallory Miller's momentum and gets a foul.
I kept waiting for her to dish the pass, but it appeared she knew what she was doing from the very beginning.
Right. You know, and facing a big post presence like that, Ryan, got to get her off her feet. You know, try to get some early fouls on her. Definitely going to be a game plan when you got a presence like that down low.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, you know, probably any team that plays this Christian team, the sooner you can get 24 in some foul trouble, the better off you're going to be.
That's for sure. As Mallory's able to clear the board, quickly gets it to the speedy guard. Now back, three-point shot up and no good from Mallory Miller. Rebound comes off as number 33 gets the rebound, Peyton Fisher. Now ball stolen at midcourt. As Hannah Miller is able to get the steal right about
I know we're early here, Ryan, but you know, number 24, Mallory Miller just stepped out to hit that three, and I had said earlier already, you know, it appears, I would guess, in B basketball, there's not a lot of girls that are going to be able to defend her. She stands out there and shoots that three and starts making them. There's going to be even less people that are going to be able to defend her.
That is for sure. As Hannah Miller steps on the far baseline, turns it back over to Warner. Now Warner gets an open shot on the far side. It's a nice shot there by the Lady Monarch junior 5'10", Cameron Anderson. Actually, that was Peyton Fisher, 33. I apologize. Nice shot there for number 33, Peyton Fisher, the senior. As Hannah tries to get into Mallory, ball goes off the backboard, back out on top, now into the corner as the three-pointer's up and good from Kaylee Block. The senior 5'8", calmly drains the three-pointer from the corner, Ryan.
Yeah, you can tell they're trying to get it into Mallory Miller at all costs. And again, the sooner they can start knocking down those threes like they just did, the sooner they're going to open up that middle for her.
Markson works the far side, able to get it into the post. So the Lady Monarch and number 32, Cameron Anderson, she goes up strong. And a block by number 24, Mallory Miller. And then out of bounds, actually off Warner. Ball back over to the Lady Knights. Warner puts on the press, gets it to the timeline. There's another three-pointer up from number 20, no good. As Kaylee Block takes the three, rebound comes off to Markson. She quickly
Good
gets
pass.
it up the floor.
Great pass.
It's a nice job there by Kyra Markson running the floor as she's able to find. Pass inside to Mallory Miller. She goes up strong. She's going to get the foul on number 32, Cameron Anderson. She's going to get the N1, puts the layup in for two, and going to get a free throw here as the score now 9-5. Aberdeen Christian Lady Knights. I missed the hoop on the other end. Did you get that, Ryan?
I did, yeah. It was Cameron Anderson.
Cameron Anderson with the layup on a nice drive down the floor
It
by
was a
Kyra
nice dish
Markson.
by Markson, yes.
And one up and no good for Mallory Miller. Rebound comes off to the Monarchs here as they look towards the Veer Orthopedic scoreboard. 4:05 left in the first quarter, 9-5. Lady Knights. The Monarchs swing it out on top. Handling it now is Lauren Markson as she drives left, tries to get it back to the middle. Ball knocked out of bounds, and the good defense there by Joy Rohrbach. Monarchs take over on the baseline here as we broadcast from the HKG Architecture broadcast booth from the Aberdeen Civic Arena on the Primrose Hub City Radio Sports Network. It's a nice inbounds play there by the Monarchs as number 32 goes up strong. Cameron Anderson not able to hit the layup, but is going to go to the line as she's fouled.
We're going to have to watch that inbounds play again, Ryan, because she was so wide open that I want to see exactly how they did it.
Monarchs on the line, first free throw up, no good from Anderson. Score remains 9-5. Lady Knights here with 3:52 left in the first quarter as they look towards the Veer Orthopedic scoreboard. Again, starting lineups were brought to you by Mark Meloff Insurance. You can see them for all your health and life insurance needs. Call the friendly folks at Mark Meloff Insurance, 229-4886, or stop by their office at 706 South Main Street, or find them online at mmiaberdeen.com. As the keys to the game also brought to you by the Aberdeen Chrysler Center. As that pass is knocked away, a nice play there. The layup's up and no good. A nice play there from the Warner Monarch, number 10, Ava Nielsen. She's not able to convert as the Lady Knights push it back up the other direction, not able to convert. That's a nice job in transition defense there by Ava Nielsen. She gets the steal, just can't convert on the layup.
I've been impressed so far with both Ava and Markson for the Monarchs.
Driving baseline now, kicking it back out. Pass intercepted by number 23 as she's going to head all the way in and convert the layup as Hannah Miller, definitely a lanky player out there on top, as she's got all kinds of length and she's going to jump in a lot of passing lanes.
We
this
said,
year, Ryan.
you know, what did we say at the beginning of the broadcast? This Christian team is long, real long.
I mean, you got to post a girl that can get out there and guard the 1, 2, and the 3, lanky, jumping passing lanes. Then you got a post presence right there in Mallory. Aberdeen Christian Knights look good. They're going to have a heck of a season as we'll go ahead and kick it back here as you're tuned into Fox Sports. I know you want to get in there, Ryan. We'll get you as we're tuned into Fox Sports, or you're tuned into Fox Sports, 1420 AM. Game of the week here on the Primrose Hub City Radio Sports Network.
Hi, this is Alex Sumption, and I recently graduated from
Hey, real quickly, is this a 30 or?
.edu today. The world needs you.
All right, welcome back here to the Civic Arenas. It's a little bit tough to hear. We'll get the commercials played the best we can. Get it kicked back and forth as we're broadcasting here from the Civic Arena.
If you are enjoying your home team live streaming, then you can belong to Healthcare Plus Federal Credit Union. We serve all of Brown County. And if your current auto loan rate is over 3%, let us work on refinancing to a lower rate for you. We are member-owned, member-operated, a financial cooperative, and you're not just a number with us. Go to hcpfcu.coop for more details and see what we can do for you. Healthcare Plus Federal Credit Union is an equal opportunity lender, NCUA insured, up to at least $250,000.
All right, welcome back here to the Civic Arena as we're tuned in to a heck of a basketball game. Here is the Aberdeen Christian Lady Knights, currently up 11-5 on the Warner Monarchs. As we have the Hub City Radio Game of the Week here on the Primrose Hub City Radio Sports Network. 2:43 left in the first quarter. Scores 11-5. Lady Knights. As we talk some of the keys to the game, brought to you by the Aberdeen Chrysler Center. Obviously, like we were talking, Warner being able to get down low, maybe get Mallory into some foul trouble. Work it inside out. Definitely going to have to play some good defense. Just talk about some of the keys of the game as we're going here about midway through the first quarter. As that's brought to you by the Aberdeen Chrysler Center as well as Abra Auto Body and Glass.
I think anytime you have that length, I would assume that you want to try to speed them up. And maybe that's why
Get out and run a little bit.
Throwing the press on them a little bit.
Yeah.
Anytime you can speed that length up, the better off you're probably going to be, right?
As the ball stolen there by the guard, Joy Rohrbach. She drives it all the way to the other end, dishes the far side, now gets it back. Is all the way out on top, taking the threes, Hannah Miller. As that goes off front iron, rebounds off to the Monarchs. As bringing it up the floor is number 30, Lauren Markson. As she drives it in, and Mallory Miller is not having it as she swats that one out of the baseline into the front row as the boys are sitting over there waiting to play.
Again, I know we're only 6 minutes into this, and this is about the 5th time I've said it already, but she's about as impactful of a player as you're going to see in B basketball.
Yeah, you drive it to the hoop, you better take it up strong. She's going to swat it into the 5th row. As on the far side, Joy Rohrbach picks up the guard, almost gets the steal, now forces the Monarchs baseline pass. Cross court's knocked out of bounds. As the Monarchs maintain possession, as Ava Nielsen with the baseline pass, cross court, ball's knocked out of bounds. As Nielsen gets the inbound pass, swings it to Anderson. Now far side to Amon, now back out on top to Lauren Markson as she drives left, kicks it back out on top to Cameron Anderson. Now far side as Jennifer Amon drives baseline, then tries to get it to Peyton Fisher. Pass is intercepted by Mallory Miller. As she gets it to the point guard, Rohrbach here, and gets it across midcourt. As the Aberdeen Christian Lady Knights set up the offense. Block, swinging it far court, across the court to Joy Rohrbach in the corner. As Rohrbach kicks it back out on top to Kaylee Block, now into the corner to number 35, Chloe Bosma. As Bosma is able to get it into Mallory Miller, her shot is up, no good. Rebound comes off to the Knights. As Mallory Miller is able to get it down low to Block, shot up and good. It's a nice job there by Mallory Miller as she's open on the baseline, finds her teammate and Kaylee Block underneath for the 2-point conversion. 14-5 now as the Knights are able to get the steal, now quickly head the other direction as Rohrbach gets it down the court quickly.
They just get it to the inside at all costs.
As Block quickly gets it up the floor, Mallory Miller ends up in the post position, turns and hits to extend the leads to 16-5. As another block there by Mallory Miller underneath. As Ava Nielsen goes up strong, Miller's not having it. As the Lady Knights set up the offense here, 25 seconds left here in the first quarter. As they look towards the Veer Orthopedic scoreboard. Joy Rohrbach out on top, setting up the offense. As he's head coach Michael Rohrbach giving instructions to the Lady Knights. Rohrbach drives baseline, kicks it to Block, now back to Joy Roebuck as she takes the three-pointer and hits as the senior 5'6" point guard for the Lady Knights drills the three-pointer at the end of the first quarter and extends the lead for Aberdeen Christian and Michael Roebuck as the Lady Knights are playing good here at the end of the first quarter, up 19-5, Ryan.
Well, like I said, if they can stand out there and shoot those threes and make them, they're going to be tough to beat by anybody, you know, because with the length that they have, if they're going to sit out there and hit those threes, Mallory Miller might score 30 a game.
All right, yep, definitely is. We'll go ahead and kick it back to the station here. Definitely a good inside-out presence on the Aberdeen Christian Lady Knights as we'll get a few sponsors identified and be back shortly here in 1 minute as you're tuned into the Primrose Hub City Radio Sports Network and the Game of the Week. Be back shortly.
Is that vehicle of yours starting to make a little noise? Maybe you got a belt that's screechy? It's probably time to have it checked out before winter really sets in. The place to do it is Hoven Auto Repair in Aberdeen, proud supporters of area athletics. See Hoven Auto Repair for all your automotive repair needs. They're open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. on West Melgard Road in Aberdeen. Call Hoven Auto Repair at 225-7561.
When others treat your fries as an afterthought, all you're left with are cold, soggy fries. That's why Wendy's new fries are ones you won't forget, guaranteed to be hot and crispy, or we'll replace them. We're talking natural cut, skin-on fries, perfectly seasoned with a hint of sea salt. In fact, they're even preferred almost 2-to-1 over McDonald's. These are fries so hot and crispy.
All right, stand by.
What would you like with your fries?
Try them today, only at Wendy's.
At participating U.S. Wendy's, taste preference based on a national taste test by an independent research company.
All right, welcome back here to the Civic Arena as the drive by Markson. Up and no good. Rebound comes off to the Lady Knights as they quickly push it up the floor. As the Knights get out in transition, Hannah Miller finds Kaylee Block for another layup as the Knights now up 21-5, playing with all kinds of confidence.
That was a real good fast break right there.
Definitely get out and transition well, don't they? It's a three-pointer.
For a team with length, they really do.
Monarchs again. Shot up, no good. Rebound comes off to Hannah Miller, and she quickly takes off with all kinds of length as she got a little bit too far underneath the hoop, got out of control, going to be called for a travel. But if I got a lanky guard like Hannah Miller sitting there at 6'1", ready to bring it up the floor and push it, I'm letting her, huh, Ryan?
Absolutely.
7:12 left here in the first half as they look towards the Veer Orthopedic scoreboard. So the Monarchs set up the offense, trying to keep it close. As Peyton Fisher down in the corner, then back out on top. Jennifer Amon. Amon tries to get it into Markson. As Fisher comes up with it, takes the shot. Up, no good. Rebound cleared off by Mallory Miller as she quickly pushes it up the floor and gets it across the timeline. As number 30, Chloe Holt, takes the three-pointer on the far side. The sophomore at 5'8". Number 30 calmly drains the three-pointer and extends the lead now to 24-5.
They're shooting it real well
Another
right now.
steal here from Hannah Miller. As they're going to slow it down here. As Hannah Miller gets the steal, Chloe Holt holds it up, is driving all the way to the hoop. As the blocking foul is called on number 33 for Warner, Peyton Fisher. Yes, number 23, Hannah Miller, shows her versatility as she drives it all the way to the hoop. Goes for the finger roll and just able to get around Peyton Fisher and keep the charge call from happening. She gets the block on Fisher and goes to the line to shoot two. First shot up, no good. Scores 25-5 here with 6:19 left in the first half as they look towards the Veer Orthopedic scoreboard. Again, the boys game coming up right after this. Shot from Hannah up, no good. The Lady Knights are able to get the offensive board as Mallory is able to find number 33 underneath. Shots blocked by the Monarchs as they quickly come to the other end. As Markison's handling it on the far side and gets it into the post. Now back out as the shot in the corner from Lady Atlanta Moyler. Actually, no, that's Ava Nielsen with the shot in the corner. I apologize. As the Knights push it back up the floor and score. As number 33, Grace Kaiser, puts it in. Score now 27-5.
Warner's going to have to hit some shots in order for Christian to come out on him. Right now, they're just not hitting any shots.
Definitely, as number 4, Kyra Markson drives into the center of the lane, takes the short jumper up, no good. Ball off the Monarchs, back over to the Lady Christian Knights. Actually, they were standing out of bounds. Ball is to Warner, I apologize. Ava Nielsen out on top, setting up the offense here for the Monarchs. Pass into the corner. Shot from Ava Nielsen up, no good as she takes the three-pointer. Rebound comes off, quickly pushing it up the floor. As the Knights do a nice job.
Oh, boy.
As Mallory Miller gets it underneath, makes a nice dish to Kaiser. She's not able to convert. Monarchs quickly back up the other end. As out on top is going to be number 4, Kyra Markson, as she drives. Going to have a foul called on number 35, Chloe Bosma. I do apologize, 33 on the foul, Grace Kaiser. So Monarchs going to have the ball out of bounds on the far side. Scored 27-5. Has all kinds of ability shown here by the Aberdeen Christian Lady Knights, up 22 here with 5 minutes left in the first half. Three-pointer up and in. Is a nice shot there by number 10, Ava Nielsen, as the Monarchs needed that one bad.
They need a couple more just to get Christian to kind of step out on him a little bit. Just
Monarchs
to
pick
kind of
up the Knights' full court block. Now has it, pass down low, layup up and in. As Block's able to find number 30 down low as she makes a nice play, and Chloe Holtz. Monarchs quickly push it. Layup up and no good from Kyra Markson. Rebound comes off to Mallory Miller. She quickly pushes it up to Block. As Mallory Miller now has it out on top. Gets it over to Hannah. As Kaylee Block has it on the far side, now Hannah Miller. Miller surveys the defense, now gets it to Mallory. Shot from the elbow, up, no good. Rebound comes off. So Monarchs bring it up. Ava Nielsen into the corner to Cameron Anderson. We got a timeout called here by Stuart Boley. As they look towards the Veer Orthopedic scoreboard, 4 minutes left here in the first half. As the Warner Monarchs are down big here, 29-8. As the Aberdeen Christian Lady Knights look extremely good. I mean, they look excellent. They're running the floor, they're rebounding, they're getting out in transition.
I'm not even sure if you were to say, well, what's something that they could work on, or what's something we could talk about at halftime. I'm not sure what it would be right now.
Yeah. I mean, small victories, right? Get the offense going one bucket at a time. Nielsen's doing some nice things. I think she's playing aggressive. You know, she's trying to find girls underneath, not willing to take that open shot. You're down 21. If you're open, you got to take the shot.
Yeah, for Warner, I've been impressed with both Ava Nielsen and Kyra Markson. Markson, especially at the beginning of the game, she was kind of moving around, getting a rebound. You know, she got to the foul line, and honestly, if you're Warner, Ava, if you're open, you just got to keep shooting, probably. Yeah. I mean, and that's what I'm sure Coach Boley's telling them. You know, I mean, you're down 21 here to a highly talented team in the Lady Knights. Keep playing aggressive, take the open shot, work together. All those things that you preach on the basketball floor. I'd rather you shoot the ball, and if it doesn't go in, it doesn't go in. But I'd rather get the shot than have a turnover or whatever the case.
That's for sure. As we'll go ahead and keep it here, as we look towards the Veer Orthopedic scoreboard again, 29-8. Aberdeen Christian Lady Knights up big here in the Warner Monarchs as we got 4 minutes left here in the first half. It's Coach Stuart Boley coming off the timeout, inbounds play by the Monarchs. As Kyra Markson has it on the far side, now kicks it back out on top. As Ava Nielsen sets it back up, swings it to the far side, now back to Kyra Markson as she's going to drive left. Nice defense there by the Lady Knights as the ball swatted down off the knee of Kyra Markson as the ball's back over to Aberdeen Christian. There's this point guard here for the Lady Christian Knights. And number 11, Joy Robach, definitely a good player as they swing it all the way around. Mallory Miller is able to find number 33 in the post, Grace Kaiser. Ball then knocked away as the Monarchs push it back up the floor, getting into the middle of the court, taking the short jumper is Kyra Markson.
See, and I think that's what they're going to have to do, Ryan. They're going to have to beat him down the court and get the shot up. And if it doesn't go in, then so be it. That's what it is. But I think if you're going to wait for them to set their defense up, it might be a long night for any offensive team.
True, Ryan, true. As the Lady Knights take the three-point shot from Joy Roebuck. Ball off the back iron. Rebound comes off to the Monarchs. As the Monarchs get a cheap foul there, and Mallory Miller, as the point guard, is able to stop and use Mallory Miller's momentum against her and get the open court foul. I believe that's 2, maybe. Is that just 2 on Mallory?
I guess I thought it was 2, but I think they said 1.
There's a couple reserve players coming in here for the Aberdeen Christian Lady Knights. Monarchs maintain possession. Ava Nielsen's able to get it inbounds to Jennifer Amon. Amon into the post to Anderson, now back out. As Anderson trying to maintain a post presence, able to get it in. Got a chance to turn and shoot, does not take it. As Ava Nielsen's able to take the turnaround jumper, rebound comes off. Controlled by Hannah Miller. So the push is going to be called on the Warner Monarchs. Did you get that foul, Ryan? Is that 12? Jennifer Amon with that foul?
You know, I keep looking up at the board for the fouls, and I don't see him putting it up there, but I believe it was 12, though, yes.
So it's an open court. Loose ball foul. Knights take over possession as Kaylee Block swings it far side to Joy Roebuck. The Lady Knights move the ball around extremely well. As Hannah Miller has it on the wing, drives left, puts it up with her right hand, rattles in and out. As getting the rebounds, number 12, Jennifer Amon, as she pushes it up the floor. Nice job getting in post position by Cameron Anderson as she beats everybody down the floor. Established position and gets a nice pass, turns, goes up, fouled on the shots. She's going to go to the line to shoot 2. Clock stopped here with 2:02 left in the first half, right?
Again, I think that's what Warner's going to have to do, is they're just going to have to beat them down the court. At this point in the game, you're down 21. Right. You're going to have to beat them down the court and get your shots up.
Mm-hmm. And the mid-range jumper's there. I mean, Miller, she's sitting back. She's not going to let you drive it all the way to the rack. But if you get past that first defender, pull up about the mid-range, I think that's open too.
If you are going to let them set up their defense, though, that mid-range shot may not be there.
True. So the ball's off. Miller on the baseline goes back over to the Warner Monarchs. Score now 29-8 as they look towards the Veer Orthopedic scoreboard as we broadcast at the Aberdeen Civic Arena. Shot from the Monarchs up, no good. Mallory Miller clears the board, quickly pushes it up to Hannah as she's in the open floor. Now finds number 33 underneath Peyton Fisher. Fisher kicks it out to Block. She takes the shot up, no good. Ball out of bounds.
I'm impressed with.
Back over to Warner.
I'm impressed with the way, like I said, is lengthy as Christian is, they aren't afraid to run at all.
Fisher on the wing, swings it over to Anderson. Anderson back to Amon. Amon to the far side to Nielsen. Nielsen trying to get it back into Cameron Anderson. Ball stolen by Joy Roebuck as she pushes it up the floor all the way to with the left-handed layup. Up, no good. And off Mallory Miller. Ball back over to the Warner Monarchs. As Kyra Markson's going to come in here. Ava Nielsen goes out. Number 30, Lauren Markson's going to come in the game as well. As Kyra Markson as well as Lauren Markson, number 32, Cameron Anderson, number 33, Peyton Fisher, and number 12, Jennifer Amon are on the floor for the Warner Monarchs. Three-point shot from Lauren Markson, up and good. It's a nice shot there from Lauren Markson as she puts the three-pointer in. Score now 29-11 on the Veer Orthopedic scoreboard as the travel is called on Hannah Miller. Ball back over to the Monarchs.
See, again, Ryan, I think that's exactly what they need. Take the shot. At this point, I'm not sure that I care. You know, like, just take the shot. If it goes, great. If it doesn't, we get back and play defense. But anytime, like right there, if it's an open shot, I'm taking it.
Kaiser on the wing, kicks it down into Nielsen. Nielsen swings it around far court. Peyton Fisher drives in. Ball's rejected. As Fisher goes up for the shot. Mallory Miller with the block as she's going to quickly get the ball in transition as she kicks it into the corner to Joy and then gets it back. Layup attempt up and no good for Mallory Miller. Monarchs clear it off. Three-pointer from the corner up and no good. Loose ball in the corner. Diving is Kaylee Block. It's going to be off the Aberdeen Christian Lady Knights. Actually going to be a foul called on Warner. I apologize.
I believe it was on Peyton Fisher, I believe.
Foul on Fisher.
I keep looking at the scoreboard, waiting for them to put him up there, but I don't see him going up.
24.3 seconds left here in the first half. Aberdeen Christian holding on to possession, probably going to play for the last shot here. 29-11 is the score as they look towards the Veer Orthopedic scoreboard. Jory Rohrbach out on top, has the ball knocked away, maintains possession, now gets it to Mallory Miller, over to Kaylee Block, now to Hannah Miller. Hannah tries to get it back to Joy, pass is intercepted by number 33 in a nice play, or number 30, Lauren Markson.
Number 30, Lauren Markson, has had a real good couple minutes.
Yep, hit a three-pointer, had a couple steals, played good,
right,
solid
two
defense.
Steals, kind of back and forth.
Scores 29-11 here at the end of the first half, as we'll go ahead and bring it back here in about a minute and a half, 2 minutes, and have some stats and sum it up from the end of the first half here as the halftime show is brought to you by Kurtz Motorsports, as they have a full selection of Arctic Cat off-road ATVs, side-by-sides, and snowmobiles. Stop in to see Nick or Kurt today at Kurtz Motorsports on West Highway 12 there in Aberdeen. As our keys to the game also brought to you by the Aberdeen Chrysler Center, proud supporter of area athletics. For your next new or used vehicle, stop in at the Aberdeen Chrysler Center in the Auto Plaza or shop online at AberdeenChrysler.com. Also, when bad luck strikes your vehicle, don't take any chances with where you have it repaired. See Northeast South Dakota's best and most trusted body shop, Abra Auto Body and Glass. Abra offers free estimates, free loaner cars, and will fix your vehicle right the first time on time. As they put 9.5 minutes up on the clock, let's go ahead and kick it back for about 2 minutes, and we'll come back with some first half stats. As Ryan Boley keeping those for me, providing some color commentating. Definitely appreciate you as you're tuned in to the Fox Sports 1420 AM Game of the Week on the Primrose Hub City Radio Sports Network.
King Insurance Agency in Fulton wishes all area athletes good luck. With locations in Fulton, Brookings, Madison, Flandreau, and Sioux Falls, King Insurance Agency has personable, experienced agents who put your concerns and insurance needs first. King Insurance Agency provides home, auto, farm, crop, commercial, health, and life insurance plans to fit your needs. Contact Beverly, Brian, Dan, or Scott at one of the King Insurance offices near you. Reach out online at kinginsurancesd.com or call 605-598-4374.
Acres Ahead is back with AgTegra Cooperative. Now is the time to secure product, lock in early season prices, and receive delayed payment terms on your agronomy inputs. Fertilizer, seed, and crop protection purchases from Acres Ahead also qualify for triple play grain premiums, diesel discounts, and feed discounts. Contact your local AgTegra agronomist to learn more on how Acres Ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. AgTegra Cooperative. Strong, stable, dependable.
The loss of a loved one can leave you with a lot of unanswered questions, feelings of stress and anxiety, and grief that makes events difficult to handle. The experienced funeral directors at Shriver's Memorial Mortuary and Crematory will guide you through the aspects of the funeral service with compassion, dignity, and respect. Their staff of dedicated professionals is available to assist you in making funeral service arrangements. Shriver's Memorial Mortuary and Crematory is second-generation family-owned. Call 225-0691 or go online to shriversmemorial.com.
Holiday fun and games are alive and well.
All right, you go back on after this one.
Time for the kiddos or for the whole family. Check out what the Hub City has to offer. We have stellar live entertainment, theater, concerts, and sporting events. Browse the art galleries or spend an evening out with music, cocktails, and great food. To find out what's going on in Aberdeen this holiday season, check out the online calendar of events at visitaberdeensd.com.
Welcome back to the Primrose Hub City Radio Sports Network as our Hub City Radio Game of the Week, featuring the Aberdeen Christian Lady Knights and the Warner Lady Monarchs. Scores 29-11. Aberdeen Christian, as we'll go ahead and get some stats here provided by Kurtz Motorsports. Go ahead, Ryan.
Well, we'll start with Aberdeen Christian, and you would expect them to be led by Mallory Miller, and they are, but I was surprised as how balanced they were, because they really were. So in the first half, Mallory Miller had 10 points and 6 rebounds. Grace Kaiser, 2 points. Kaylee Block, 5 points with a three-pointer. Hannah Miller with 4 points and 2 boards. And Joy Rohrbach with a three-pointer and a rebound. And then they got a lift off the bench 5 points from Chloe Holt, including a three-pointer and a rebound as well. So really, I know that Mallory Miller is, she's going to be the one that you look at if you're here at the game. And she, like I said, she does have 10 and 6, but very balanced. I guess, like I said, the thing that impresses me the most about Christian is, if you're just watching, you think, as long as they are, I would think a half-court team. And so far, they have proven to me that they're not scared to run it up and down a little bit.
Yeah, they can definitely get out in transition. When you think as far as defensively, man, they talk about Hannah Miller. I mean, she can get out there and guard the point, the 2, the 3. Then you start guarding the post. I think Mallory Miller's going to hold that down rather well this year. So when you got length on defense, you don't have to score as much. It's easy concept, right? Play good defense, maintain possession, don't turn the ball over, run a good offense, and they're going to be tough to beat.
And I think they're doing Christian's doing a good job defensively.
Mm-hmm.
Again, Warner's going to have to just hit some shots. Like I said, at this point, I would probably say, let's just shoot the ball maybe as many times as we can.
Yeah.
Shooting the ball 15 times a half isn't going to work.
Yeah. You get an open look, take it, got to push the floor.
If it doesn't
a lot
go
of possessions.
So be it. Let's get back and play defense, play good defense, and let's go again.
I agree.
Some stats for Warner in the first half. Kyra Markson had a point and a rebound. Ava Nielsen had 3 points and 3 boards. Jennifer Amon had a board. Cameron Anderson had 2 points and a rebound. Peyton Fisher had 2 points and a rebound. And then off the bench, the girl that I was kind of impressed with off the bench was Lauren Markson. Came in, hit a 3, had another open 3, just didn't go in. Had a couple of rebounds, but she also had like a couple, 2 or 3 steals. And all of this was in like a 2-minute span.
Right.
So, maybe get her a couple more minutes and see if she can push it up and down. I don't know if that's her role on the team.
Right.
But it seemed like when she was in the game, those last 2 or 3 minutes.
She provided a spark, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It created something.
Right. We're going to get run out of the gym. I mean, let's be real. I mean, we're sitting here 25-5. It was.
Like I said, I know that that's probably not what you want to hear. It's not the offensive thing, but at this point, we might want to just go out and start shooting the ball as many times as we can get it up.
Right.
If you have an open look, shoot the ball.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Especially if Mallory Miller's not in your face.
Look, I understand we're not going to make 100% of the shots. You're not going to make 100% of the shots in any game. But if we're going to sit back and let the big girls get set up in the post down there, it's going to be a long night. I think Warner's got to get it up and down the court and shoot the ball as soon as they have the open look.
As we go ahead and wrap it up here, got 3:30 left on the clock. We'll kick it back here for about a minute and a half as we got Aberdeen Christian Lady Knights and the Lady Monarchs coming up here second half. Scores 29-11 as you're tuning to the Primrose Hub City Radio Sports Network and our Fox Sports Game of the Week. Be back shortly.
Hi, this is Jeff Larson, an independent agent with the John C. Agency. In my experience with helping families with farms just like yours, I know having the right coverage is crucial. I can provide you with a financially strong insurance company who will be there to protect your family, home, farm, and your way of life. Call John C. Agency at 229-1760.
John C. Agency for our way of life.
Groton Ag Partners are proud supporters of all regional sporting events. Contact Groton Ag Partners in Groton for your hail and crop insurance needs. They're open from 8 to 5 Monday through Friday. Call 397-2680. That's 397-2680 for Groton Ag Partners. You know crops, we know how to protect them. Groton Ag Partners, wishing all student athletes and fans good luck in tonight's game.
Huh? What? I can't hear you. What'd you say?
Turn down the...
Are you back on after this one?
Off.
Are these the sounds of the holiday season at your house? Hi, this is Dr. Elizabeth Falk Schwab. At Schwab Audiology, we appreciate a little humor, but hearing loss is no laughing matter. So please come see me at Schwab Audiology for a free hearing screening. Call 725-4455 or stop by our clinic located on 6th Avenue Southeast in Aberdeen. At Schwab Audiology, we're all ears.
Welcome back here to the HKG Architecture broadcast booth on the Primrose Hub City Radio Sports Network. As our halftime show is brought to you by the Kurtz Motorsports, as they have a full selection of Arctic Cat off-road ATVs, side-by-sides, and snowmobiles. Stop in and see Nick or Kurt today at Kurtz Motorsports on West Highway 12 there in Aberdeen. As they look towards the Avere Orthopedic scoreboard, minute 20 left before the start of the second half. Again, scores 29-11. And an impressive first half by the Aberdeen Christian Lady Knights. As, you know, the both Mallory and Hannah Miller definitely look good, but they got some role players in Block and Rohrbuck. I mean, they just got a good mix of speed with Joy Rohrbuck, you know, bringing it up. And, the Aberdeen Christian looks tough.
They got the length in the inside game, but they got shooters. They've got, right now they have 3 different girls that have hit a three-pointer. You know, so it's not just, as much as we want to say Mallory Miller, it's not just Mallory Miller.
Yeah, and Coach Rohrbuck could be the first to tell you they're not going to go all the way and win a state title with just the Miller girls. They got to have role players to step up and hit shots. I mean, Hannah, she's a younger player, but she is fearless.
Right.
She's driving it to the hole. She was out there arguing with her upperclassman sister about what they were doing on defense, holding their ground, so.
And, again.
Not arguing, but having
Right.
a conversation.
Right.
She was just
Trying
making her point.
Right,
So.
exactly. I know what you're saying. And again, the sooner that those girls, like I said, they have 3 different girls that hit a three. The sooner those girls hit those threes in big games, that's going to open things up even more for Mallory Miller.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And then you start talking the other side of the ball, and for Warner and Stuart Bully, you have these. You want to tell your girls to drive it to the hole and go up strong. Well, you get stuffed about 3-4 times by Miller. How much are you going to drive it all the way to the cup?
Right.
So definitely a huge presence in Mallory Miller.
I'm not sure, what the halftime talk was.
Right.
But again, if it was me, I think I'd just try to push the ball as much as I possibly could. The second I got the open look, I'm taking it.
As the ball's inbounded, Aberdeen Christian Lady Knights maintain possession as Hannah Miller inbounds it. Joy Rohrbuck on the far side gets it to Block. Now Block back into Hannah. Hannah loses possession, out of bounds. Ball knocked away by Kyra Markson on the good defensive play in the corner. Miller
kind of came out
is
with
able
a
to get it
little
into
zone.
Joy Rohrbuck on the far side. Now to Mallory Miller, back into Hannah. Hannah tries the touch pass, trying to get it down in to number 33. Down low, and Grace Kaiser, ball out of bounds to the Knights. Knocked out of bounds by the Monarchs. It's a nice job there. As Joy Rohrbuck,
how easy is it when you could just throw it up like
just
that?
high points it to Mallory Miller. She gets it, puts in the layup to extend the lead to 20.
You said it perfectly. Just high point it. That's all they did.
Ball's inbounded. Warner Monarchs get a nice look as number 32, Cameron Anderson's not able to convert as she goes up strong. Puts the shot over the extended arm of Mallory Miller. As Block now has it, swings it far side to Joy Rohrbuck as the starters are back in here for the Aberdeen Christian Lady Knights. As Hannah Miller, Mallory Miller, Joy Rohrbuck, Kaylee Block, number 33, Peyton Fisher. 33, Grace Kaiser. Getting Kaiser and Fisher mixed up, I apologize. Mallory underneath, goes up, can have a jump ball called there on a nice defensive play from Cameron Anderson. As the Monarchs take over possession on the jump ball. Nice play there and defended Mallory Miller. Monarchs bring it up. Markson tries to get it into Nielsen. Ball's knocked away. Nielsen recovers possession. Three-pointer up from the corner. No good. Rebound comes off. As England's able to get the rebound, gets it into the corner. Nielsen takes the three. Up no good. Aberdeen Christian pushes it up the floor.
I'm okay with those missed threes.
Yep.
But let's just get them up.
Yeah. As the ball goes out of bounds in the errant pass for Aberdeen Christian. Monarchs have possession as we got a break in the action. Let's go ahead and kick it back here for a minute as you're tuned in to the Primrose Hub City Radio Sports Network and our game of the week. Be back shortly. All right, let's go ahead and keep it here. 6:32 left here in the third quarter as Aberdeen Christian maintaining a 20-point lead over Warner. Stuart Bully staying positive down there. I mean, it's definitely an art to getting something out of a game when you may be a little bit overmatched,
Absolutely.
maybe down in the score.
Working on some things.
You can portray a lot of positivity to your team and get a lot of things out of it. You know, I mean, if you're going to pack it in down 20.
That's why I said I'm not sure that his game plan is ever going to be, hey, let's get it up and down the court as quickly as humanly possible and get some shots up. But tonight might be a night to work on that.
Yeah.
Look, we're down 20 points in the second half.
And
we're not gonna go 15 of 15 from the field. We're gonna have to get some shots up.
Right, and Coach Boley's been around. He knows the post presence, and he knows what to do.
Sure.
You know, and that's probably in his game plan. You know, but what surprised him, I think, is how Aberdeen Christian got out and ran with them. You know, Hannah Miller pushed it up the floor, and all of a sudden they're scoring in transition.
Certainly surprised me.
Yeah. As Warner has it out of bounds on the baseline, able to get it in. Nielsen on the wing. Hannah Miller picks her up. Going to be called for the foul as she gets a little too aggressive on the defense on Ava Nielsen. Monarchs maintain possession as number 33, Peyton Fisher, is going to be on the baseline, passing it in, able to get it all the way out on top to Ava Nielsen. She drives on Roybrook, kicks it over into the corner, three-pointer up and no good from Jennifer Amman. Rebound comes off, shot up, no good from Cameron Anderson. Is clearing the offensive rebound is going to be Ava Nielsen. She swings it back out on top. Then kicks it into Cameron Anderson. She stutter steps. Going to be called for the travel as the Monarchs turn it over. Back to the Knights here with 5:57 left here in the third quarter as they look towards the Avere Orthopedic scoreboard. Kaylee Block surveying the defense. Kicks it into the corner to Joy Roybach. Roybach back to Block. Now down into the corner. It's number 35, Chloe Bosma, is in there now for the Knights. Hannah Miller in the corner. Drives to the center of the lane. Now finds Mallory as Hannah drives into the center of the lane. She finds Mallory Miller on the baseline. She puts it up and in.
That was just great passing. Like that entire sequence. You could tell this was not the first time they saw a zone. And they're not scared to kind of bounce the ball around a little bit.
The entry pass stolen by the Knights. Joy Roebuck's going to push it up the floor. Gets it to Kaylee Block in the corner. Now to Bosma. Now to Hannah Miller as Block's going to take the three-pointer from the corner up and in. It's a nice shot there from number 20, Kaylee Block, the senior, 5'8". Drains the three-pointer and extends the lead here to 36-11.
I just can't reinforce enough, Ryan, how big stepping up and hitting those threes are going to be when you have the length that they do.
Shot by Fisher, up and no good. Monarchs trying to get back in transition, able to as Mallory Miller not able to convert in a layup. Monarchs now push the floor. Shot up and no good from Lauren Markson as Hannah Miller gets a piece of it. Knights try to push it up the floor. Mallory loses possession on the far side. Ball out of bounds. Back over to the Monarchs. As England swings it to Chloe Holtz. Holt back out on top to Grace Kaiser. Kaiser shot up, no good. Rebound comes off to Hannah Miller. She quickly pushes it up the floor to Mallory. As Mallory goes up strong, she's going to be fouled by the Monarchs. And number 32, Cameron Anderson, the junior, 5'10", gets called for the foul on the shot on Mallory Miller. She's going to go to the line to shoot 2 or 4-11.
You know, Ryan, here's another thing that I kind of picked out, too. And I know that this is not something you'll ever see in the box score.
First shot up, no good.
Unless you're watching it, it's not going to mean anything. But for, I don't know how tall Mallory Miller is, but for a big girl, she gets up and down the court with ease.
Yep, she can definitely run. Second free throw is up and in. Score now 37-11 as Mallory Miller is going to take a break. She deserves it. She's playing hard here at the Civic Arena in front of her home crowd, that's for sure. Markson swings it far side. Now handling it is going to be Grace Kaiser. Kyra Markson going to take the three-pointer. Shot up, no good. Rebound comes off to Hannah Miller. As Miller's going to bring it up. Markson picks her up full court, going to have a foul called as Hannah Miller never gives it up. He's going to get the foul call on the Monarchs as Joy Roebuck's going to take it out on the baseline here with 3:39 left in the third quarter as they look towards the Veer Orthopedic scoreboard. 37-11. Current score, three-pointer up, no good. It's the Knights, number 30, Chloe Holtz, misses the three-pointer. Markson drives all the way to the basket.
Take. Real good take right there, huh?
As number 4, Kyra Markson, immediately notices Mallory Miller's out of the game, drives it all the way to the bucket, puts it up and in.
With the left hand, too. It was real
Joy
nice
Roebuck
drive.
now brings it up, kicks it to the far side. As Roebuck's going to take the three-pointer, rattles in and out, rebound comes off. As Kyra Markson now pushes it up the floor. Monarchs slow it up. As we're going to have a timeout called here, 30-second timeout called by Stuart Boley as we got 2:58 left here in the third quarter. Let's go ahead and get a sponsor identified here real quick. Actually switch to a full as we'll go ahead and take 1 minute as we got 2:58 left here in the third quarter as you're tuned into the Fox Sports 1420 AM Game of the Week. Be back shortly.
Hit pay dirt with Domino's Pizza. Anytime you're hungry, Domino's Pizza is ready to serve you. Go to Domino's.com for a complete roster of all their tasty offerings and order right from their website. Or put the Domino's app on your phone and order from there. It's so easy. Whether it's delivery, carry out, or dine in, Domino's will take care of you. Of course, you can always call Domino's at 225-5555. 7 days a week. Domino's Pizza of Aberdeen is ready to serve you. Domino's Pizza, conveniently located at 6th and Main. Call 225-5555, order from the app, or order online at Domino's.com.
Hello, my name is Megan Rail, and I am graduating from Presentation College this May with a Bachelor of Science in Nursing. The past 4 years at Presentation have been a constant learning experience. They have enhanced my education with several one-on-one learning opportunities. From the time I was a sophomore through my senior year, they provided direct experience with actual patients.
Yeah, that's right, Megan. And don't forget, you can even earn your BSN degree online.
All right, stand by.
Visit presentation.edu today, and don't forget, the world needs you. The world needs more Saints.
All right, welcome back here to the Aberdeen Civic Arena and our Fox Sports 1420 AM Game of the Week. So the Monarchs have the ball out of bounds on the baseline, trying to get it in. Finally able to as Markson handled it on the far side, drives to her right, shot up, rattles in. It's a nice job there by the sophomore 5'9", Kyra Markson, drives the center of the lane. The runner goes up and in.
That's two good, real good takes by her in just like the last minute or so.
Score now 37-15 Knights. His block swings it down in the corner. Joy Roebuck then back out on top. The ball now stolen by the Warner Monarchs. Nice job there on defense as the jump ball is called. It's number 32, Cameron Anderson, doing a nice job getting on that loose ball. 2:30 left here in the third quarter. Scores 37-15 Lady Knights. As Roebuck's going to pass the ball in on the baseline, gets it into Kaylee Block. Block, entry pass into Fisher. Into Kaiser. Knocked away as the Monarchs push the floor. And again, number 4, Kyra Markson with the short mid-range jumper.
Markson. Real good takes.
Score now 37-17, 20-point lead here for the Knights. And a couple nice trips down the floor by the Warner Monarchs and Kyra Markson. As Roebuck swings it far side. Kaylee Block in the corner, out of Joy Roebuck.
The ball so well, Ryan.
They do swing it nicely. Roebuck down to Block, back to Roebuck. Now to Block as Block takes the corner three, rattles in and out. Rebound comes off to Mallory Miller. It's a nice job there on the offensive glass by Mallory Miller as she gets the rebound on the three-point attempt from Kaylee Block, puts it back up and in. Score now 39-17 with 1:36 left here in the third quarter. Three-pointer from the corner, up and no good from Nielsen. Rebound comes off to Markson. She sets up the offense. Markson swings it far side to Ava Nielsen. Now back to Markson out on top as they try to get something going. Entry pass almost knocked away by Mallory Miller as the pass from Anderson to the far side to Fisher. Layup attempts rejected by Mallory Miller. She quickly gets out in transition, gets a layup attempt for her efforts on the defensive end, not able to convert. It's a nice job there by the guards for Aberdeen Christian as Mallory Miller gets the block on one end, runs the floor. They find her underneath the hoop.
And I'd like to say, man, just great passes down there. But you said it the best, 2 quarters ago. All they're doing is just high pointing it. They're just throwing it up, and she's going and getting it.
For sure.
Which is great.
Entry pass knocked away as the Monarchs get the memo on the high point pass from the baseline. Knock it away.
The time we said it, right?
Right. As Markson down in the corner now to Nielsen. Nielsen takes the three-pointer up, no good. Rebound comes off, and a nice job by Peyton Fisher for the Monarchs as she goes up strong. Passes, or the layup attempts knocked away, and another block by Mallory Miller. As Hannah driving with her left hand is going to carry that one, as Mallory Miller has to have 5 or 6 blocks at this point, maybe even more than that. As the presence down in the post on the defensive end has been tremendous by Mallory Miller, to say the least. Approaching 30 seconds left here in the third quarter. Markson out on top, swings it to Nielsen. Nielsen in the corner. Back to Amon. Amon, entry pass into Cameron Anderson. Turns, ball knocked away. Hannah Miller with the steal. Quickly gets it to Kaylee Block. Now back to Miller. It's number 35. Going to bring it up here, Chloe Bosma. As Bosma was able to get it back to Miller. Then to Chloe Block. As they swing it around here in the triangle on the top of the key. As Bosma finds Mallory Miller. Mallory Miller's pass down low is going to be knocked away as she's trying to find Grace Kaiser. The ball's out of bounds to the Lady Knights here with 2.4 seconds left in the third quarter. Inbound pass to Mallory Miller. Shot up, no good. Rebound comes off to the Warner Monarchs. No foul called as Mallory Miller wants a foul called on the shot attempt. Does not get it as the score is going to remain 39-17 at the end of the third quarter. As we'll go ahead and kick it back here for 1 minute. Aberdeen Christian, Lady Knights looking tough, as the boys are just as tough as both these teams look to make a run to the State B tournament, and looking good early in the season.
Wouldn't that be something to say? Your girls and boys both make the state tournament?
Yes, it would be, as both the Rohrbach brothers do a heck of a job at the program. Let's go ahead and kick it back, identify a sponsor or two. Let's go ahead and take 1 minute as you're tuned into the Primrose Subsidy Radio Sports Network and our game of the week. Be back shortly.
If you are enjoying your home team live streaming, then you can belong to Healthcare Plus Federal Credit Union. We serve all of Brown County. And if your current auto loan rate is over 3%, let us work on refinancing to a lower rate for you. We are member-owned, member-operated, a financial cooperative, and you're not just a number with us. Go to hcpfcu.coop for more details and see what we can do for you. Healthcare Plus Federal Credit Union is an equal opportunity lender, NCUA insured, up to at least $250,000.
Is that vehicle of yours starting to make a little noise? Maybe you got a belt that's screechy? It's probably time to have it checked out before winter really sets in. The place to do it is Hoven Auto Repair in Aberdeen, proud supporters of area athletics. See Hoven Auto Repair for all your automotive.
Stand by.
We're open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. on West Melgard Road in Aberdeen. Call Hoven Auto Repair at 225-7561.
Welcome back to the Aberdeen Civic Arena as the fourth quarter and the girls game just getting going here. Got the boys coming up right after this, as both the boys and the girls from both these schools definitely highly talented and looking to do big things in the Class B basketball side of things here in the state of South Dakota, that's for sure.
Well, the boys
Nielsen
coming off two in a row state tournament appearances, right?
Right, appeared in the state championship game last year. I think they had everybody in Aberdeen tuned into Fox Sports 1420 AM last year on their run all the way to the title game right here at the Barnett Center. I think the Rohrbach brothers and Aberdeen Christian definitely got some Aberdeen fans last year, with that run to the state title game. Come up a little short.
And bring almost everybody back.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah. Yeah, not one senior on the boys lineup. Not one senior.
Good pass.
The baseline
real good pass.
Shot is up and in by number 33 for the Warner Monarchs.
I got to tell you,
and a nice jumper there by Peyton Fisher.
I'm real impressed with this Kyra Markson.
Nice assist again by Kyra Markson. Hannah Miller.
There she is
Swings
again.
it far side. Markson is able to get the steal. Now going to be fouled.
Steal and creates the foul.
The loose ball foul is going to be called on number 35 for Aberdeen Christian, Chloe Bosma. It's a nice job there, like you said, by number 4, Markson. Kyra Markson's definitely given Coach Stuart Boley and the Warner Monarchs burst, that's for sure. She's playing well on defense.
She really does. She seems to be like a little spark plug whenever she's in the game, right?
Mm-hmm. The ball's out of bounds.
You know, we talked about the last couple minutes.
Shot attempt by Anderson goes out of bounds to the baseline.
The last couple minutes of the first half, she did the same thing. She just came in and just seemed like a little spark.
Yeah, she hustles, not willing to get on the floor. As Joy Rohrbach brings it up, finds Hannah Miller right in the center of the lane. It's a nice job there by number 32 for the Warner Monarchs. As she gets in there, Cameron Anderson ties up Hannah Miller for the jump ball. Ball out of bounds on the baseline here to Joy Rohrbach with 6:32 left in the fourth quarter. As the Knights get the ball inbounds, Rohrbach's going to take the three from the corner up off the front edge, be out of bounds. Back over to the Warner Monarchs here with 6:25 left in the contest. As the Lady Knights maintaining a 20-point lead right now, as the Monarchs keep playing hard. I mean, they haven't let up a bit. Markson's definitely playing hard. And I'm sure Coach Stuart Boley's looking for the girls that are going to play hard in a 20-point game.
Well, you can learn a lot of things in a 20-point loss, right?
Mm-hmm. About your team.
Absolutely.
Driving it in.
Right there is a good example. Again, probably not going to do a lot in the scorebook, but Peyton Fisher worked real hard for that rebound and created a foul. Now she's going to shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, definitely. As Fisher does a nice job in the offensive glass, goes up strong, gets the foul. Call, I believe, was on Mallory Miller too, wasn't it?
Honestly, I did not see who the foul was on, Ryan, but it was down low, so it very well could have been.
First free throw's up and no good. Here from Fisher as the score is 39-19, 6:04 left in the game. Second free throw up, no good. Nielsen almost gets the rebound. Not able to maintain possession as Mallory Miller is going to bring it up the floor. Now kick it over to Joy Rohrbach. Joy Rohrbach drives the center of the lane, kicks it to Kaylee Block. Block swings far side to number 30. Chloe Holtz. As Holtz runs the offense and finds Mallory Miller, center of the lane. Short jumper up and good to extend the lead.
Here's the thing another thing I've noticed, Ryan. Okay, nobody likes to lose 22-point games, right?
Mallory Miller with the steal in the open court, drives all the way, layup up with the left hand and good.
Nobody likes to lose 24-point games, but if you are watching Markson, if you're watching Ava Nielsen, you still see a lot of smiles out there.
Yeah, definitely, as Mallory Miller shows her versatility as the three-pointer's up and no good. Knights clear the board as Mallory Miller gets the steal at midcourt. Last possession, maintains possession all the way in, puts the layup up with her left hand, as there's not many 6'4" guards that are able to do that. I can tell you that much. Knights get possession, get it out to Mallory Miller in the open court as she's got the open layup up and in. As we got a timeout called here by Aberdeen Christian as they're extending the lead. Definitely.
Wow.
Right. You go ahead and say what you meant to say in your teeth.
I stopped what I meant to say. You know what I meant.
As the Warner Monarchs maintain possession here, 4:35 left in the contest, swinging it around out on top nicely. As the ball goes off the foot of the Monarch. We got an over and back call as number 30 for the Monarchs can't handle the pass. Lauren Markson as she cuts through the lane. Ball goes off her foot and back across half court. And have an over and back call here with 4:26.
I think we got all the young kids in now for Warner.
Left in the fourth quarter. So we got a lot of younger players coming in here for the Monarchs as they try to identify those. Looks like Lauren Markson's in there, as well as 42, Kylie Schopp. Looks like number 40 in there as well, Hazel Horst. Number 21, Haley Lesner in there as well for the Monarchs. As Rohrbach kicks it into the corner to Block. Three-pointer up, no good. Joy Rohrbach gets the offensive board. Her shot up, no good, as we have a loose ball foul called on Aberdeen Christian and number 34, Sophie Bosma. It's a nice job there by Joy Rohrbach and Kaylee Block kind of working a weave into the corner there as she drives it in, kicks it to the corner. Block gets an open look. As the point guard for Aberdeen Christian is definitely going to be a key player, once you get towards those highly talented teams, and whether she can maintain possession and get the ball to Haley and get the ball to Mallory and control the clock and possession, you know.
The point guard play is so important.
It is, isn't it?
That's why, like we talked about, so impressed with the way that they've run the ball up and down the court tonight. Honestly, they haven't had to. They didn't need to. You know, they could have played a half-court game, and I think probably been just fine.
Right.
But the further you go, the point guard play is so important.
Yeah, I agree
Get
entirely.
the ball in the right spots, and it's not necessarily just jamming it inside. It's getting the ball in the right spots.
Right. Being able to work angles and get it into the post, you know, and that's completely the high-low game and working angles and be able to get that entry pass in and then kick it back out.
The way Christian is moving it around.
Right.
You know,
they're getting open looks every time. Definitely got a good high-low game, and they're able to find the post presence every time down the floor. It's out on top. It's going to be number 40 for the Monarchs, Hazelhorst, as she finds Kaya Koch, the junior, 5'6". It's a nice job there by the reserves for Warner Monarchs. Has scored now 45-21 here with 2:55 left. As that pass is going to be out of bounds. Back over to the Monarchs. It's Kaylee Block. Not able to control that pass. It's number 12. Now going to come into the game. Aberdeen Christian. Bailey England. It's Warner. Maintains possession. Entry pass in to number 42, Kylie Shop. She's not able to get the shot up. Rebound comes off. Another shot attempt by the Monarchs up, no good. Rebound's cleared. It's a nice job there by Bailey England. It's Aberdeen Christian turns it over. Monarchs get out and run. Monarchs lose possession. Then recover. Have a foul called on Aberdeen Christian. Monarchs maintain possession on the baseline. Passing it in is going to be number 24, Sophie Hoft. Sophia Hoft. Nice job there. The entry pass is the layup. By Cook goes off glass, no good.
She's got to finish. That's two. She's been in the game for about a minute. She's taken two nice drives.
As Aberdeen Christian pushes it to the other end. Ball into the corner. Not able to be handled. Out of bounds. It's Moeller. Atlanta Moeller. Sophomore 5'5", loses possession. So we're inside 2 minutes left here in the girls' game. As the Aberdeen Christian Lady Knights cruising here to a victory. Playing well. Up 24 points currently as the shot attempt by number 42, Kylie Shops, up no good. Rebound comes off to Aberdeen Christian. Holtz swings it into the corner. Moeller back out on top to Bosma. Bosma drives the center of the lane. Shot up and in. It's a nice job there by the sophomore, 5'10", number 35, Chloe Bosma.
How many times do you think the name Bosma's been said here in the city?
Right. 47-21 now the score here as the Monarchs maintain possession here with 1:10 left in the contest. They swing it around on top. Shot attempt by Sophia Hoft. I think that's Hoft. Ball out of bounds back over to Aberdeen Christian. There's a lot of reserve players in here. Number 30 and number 35 both going out. Chloe Holtz and Chloe Bosma. There's 53.9 seconds left here in the game. Comfortable lead here for Aberdeen Christian as they look extremely tough here this evening. He's taking the shot. Out on top is number 34, Sophie Bosma. Shot attempts up and no good. As she comes out, another reserve player comes in here. 41.9 seconds left. Again, definitely appreciate all the sponsors tremendously as we'll get those identified throughout the broadcast, as they're absolutely vital to us being able to showcase these student athletes this evening here at the Aberdeen Civic Arena on our Primrose Hub City Radio Sports Network Game of the Week. Monarchs entry pass into number 50 is a good one as she turns and scores. That's Stacia Sarda, freshman center, 6 foot, is able to score. Now just 5 seconds left as the clock winds down. Again, appreciate the sponsors tremendously as the clock's winding down here. Final score is going to be 47-23. Aberdeen Christian Lady Knights are able to get the victory here at the Aberdeen Civic Arena this evening, as we definitely appreciate you. Domino's, John C. Agency, Kitchen Tune-Up, King Insurance, Groton Ag Partners, Integra Cooperative, Healthcare Plus, Federal Credit Union, Hoven Auto, Ipswich Lumber and Hardware, Aberdeen Chamber of Commerce, Shriver's Mortuary, some of the sponsors, as well as King Insurance, another sponsor of ours. Definitely appreciate you, as we'll go ahead and come back here and wrap up the game with stats here in about 2 minutes, as we'll take a 2-minute break and come back with the stats for the first game, as Ryan Boley has those for us. As you're tuned into the Fox Sports Game of the Week, Aberdeen Christian Knights and the Warner Monarchs, as the boys' game's coming up here shortly on the Primrose Hub City Radio Sports Network.